There is a truth that no doctor has ever bluntly told you. Age does not take away your manhood. It is what you eat or neglect every day that silently does so. Have you ever woken up on a winter morning, looked at yourself in the mirror, and seen tired eyes, dark under-eye circles, a sagging face, and asked yourself, have my strongest days really ended? Or at night, when you lie next to your wife, wanting to wrap your arms around her, but end up turning your back to the wall? Not because you don't love her, but because your body no longer responds? I have seen hundreds of men like you, age 60, 65, 70, even 80, walking into my clinic with that same look of despair. They didn't lack money to buy medicine, nor did they lack the will to fight aging. But they lacked one thing, the truth. The truth that manhood is not maintained by Viagra, CLEs, or expensive supplements. It is maintained by how you nourish your body with what nature has given us. I am Dr. James Walker, a geriatric and male rehabilitation physician with over 25 years of experience. And I want you to understand this. Age is just a number. It is not the end of your vitality, your desire, those mornings waking up feeling blood pumping through your entire body, your heart racing, and looking at your wife with the same confidence as when you first married. The real question is, are you nourishing your body the right way? There is a story that I always remember. It's about Mr. George, 70 years old, a former high school teacher who spent his life teaching students about math and logic, but didn't know how to calculate his own health. He walked into my clinic, his voice choking. Doctor, I feel powerless, not just in the bedroom, but in life. I'm tired, dizzy. I no longer want to go out for walks. My wife still loves me very much, but I feel useless. I looked at him and saw the image of thousands of other men. They think age has stolen their manhood, but that's not true. It is merely the consequence of not giving their bodies what they need. And I told him just one sentence. George, just 3 types of nuts every day, and you will feel alive again. He smiled sadly, not believing me. But after 3 weeks, he came back with a beaming smile, standing tall, his voice strong. Doctor, you know what? I feel like I'm 50 again. I sleep well, wake up refreshed, and my wife, she is so happy. Do you want to be like George? Or do you want to keep waking up tired, dragging yourself through each day without feeling your vitality, without that confident gaze towards your wife, without the desire to conquer life? Stay with me in today's video. I will show you 3 small types of nuts that can revive your exhausted body and depleted testosterone. These 3 nuts are not medicine. They have no side effects. They won't make your heart race or your face flush like Viagra. They are simply what the male body over 60 always craves, but rarely knows how to replenish properly. Because you know what? When blood doesn't circulate well, when testosterone drops, when your arteries narrow due to inflammation and plaque buildup, no pill can save you for long. Only you can save yourself by nourishing your body the right way. And these 3 types of nuts are the start of that journey. Next, I will tell you what each nut is, why it can change your life, and how to combine them so that every morning you wake up with a body full of energy, a healthy heart, and unwavering manhood despite your age. Are you ready? Keep watching. Throughout more than 25 years as a geriatric and male rehabilitation doctor, I have witnessed countless men over the age of 60 walk into my clinic with heavy eyes, slow gaits, and hoarse voices filled with exhaustion. They came not only because of health problems, but also because of a silent fear they dared not share with anyone. The fear of losing their manhood, losing their ability to make their wives happy, and losing the very pride they held dear. I still remember Mr. William, 68 years old, who used to be the chief financial officer of a large corporation. He had it all: money, houses, successful children. But when he sat in front of me, his shoulders drooped, his thin hands clenched tightly together. He whispered, Doctor, I feel like a useless man. I no longer want to be close to my wife. Even in the mornings, I am no longer firm like I used to be. I've tried medication, but it makes my heart race, gives me headaches and dizziness. I'm so scared. I looked into his eyes and fully understood that fear. Because when a man loses his prowess in the bedroom, he doesn't just lose his sexual ability. He loses his confidence, loses his masculine radiance, and gradually he withdraws, becoming someone else. Silent, closed off, always carrying a deep sense of shame that no one can truly understand. That is why, for the past 25 years, I haven't just treated illnesses. I have helped men reclaim their true manhood, not with Viagra, not with temporary testosterone injections, but by nourishing their bodies properly, understanding the biological mechanisms of men over 60, and reawakening what they thought had fallen asleep forever. I have seen men aged 65, 70, even 80, who once walked with their heads down and their steps trembling, come back after just a few months with bright eyes, chests held high, and deep, strong voices. They told me that they woke up in the morning with their manhood just like in their youth, that their wives smiled with happiness, and that they felt like real men again. Men who can protect, care for, and make their wives proud. That is not magic. It is the result of understanding the truth and taking the right actions. And today I want to give you that knowledge. I want you to understand that age does not define your manhood. The way you take care of your body determines that. And the 3 types of nuts I am about to share are the beginning of this journey. Stay with me, because within the next few minutes, you will understand why other men have regained their confidence, strength, and desire in the most natural and sustainable way. It may sound unbelievable, but the truth is this: men do not become weaker just because they grow older. I want you to engrave that in your mind. Society, advertisements, and even many doctors out there have made you believe that aging equals declining testosterone, equals impotence, equals the end. But that is a lie, a myth that has stolen hope from countless men over 60. I want you to remember your youth. When you woke up every morning, your body was full of vitality, blood flowed through your arms, your legs, and your flag stood tall. Back then, you never had to think about eating to boost testosterone, never worried about blood circulation or heart health. Everything worked smoothly because your body naturally produced enough nitric oxide, testosterone, and every essential nutrient. But after the age of 60, things begin to change. Not because age kills your manhood, but because your body lacks the raw materials to keep operating as it used to. Imagine your body as a powerful V8 car engine. After 60 years of use, it can still run well if you change the oil, maintain it, and fuel it with high-quality gasoline. But if you neglect it, fill it with cheap fuel, never change the oil, never service it, then no matter how powerful that car is, it will eventually rust and break down. The same is true for your testosterone, blood circulation, and manhood. When you don't provide the right nutrients, specifically those nuts rich in arginine, omega-3, and selenium that I'm about to share, your body cannot regenerate testosterone. Your blood vessels lose their elasticity, and your little soldier cannot receive enough blood to maintain a strong erection. I promise you this: if you know how to incorporate these 3 types of nuts into your daily diet, within just a few weeks, you will feel a clear transformation. You will wake up each morning with abundant energy, a sharp mind, a healthy heart, and most importantly, you will look at your wife with the confident gaze of a strong, capable man who is ready to protect the woman he loves. This is not an empty promise. It is the result experienced by thousands of my patients. Men who once believed their lives were over, but in the end, they realize that being 60, 70, or even 80 is just a number. They still live, still thrive, still own their lives, because they understood the truth and nourished their bodies the right way. And now, are you ready to discover the 3 small nuts that hold the power to revive your tired body? Stay with me, because the next part will open a new door for your life after 60. My dear friend, I want you to close your eyes for a few seconds and remember a morning 30 or 40 years ago, when you sprang out of bed with a strong, healthy body, firm legs, a straight back, and most importantly, that thrilling, burning sensation of life flowing through every vein. You walked into the bathroom, looked at yourself in the mirror, and smiled with confidence. Back then, you felt like you could do anything, conquer any challenge, and make the woman beside you feel completely happy and safe. But then time passed, day by day, year by year. You became engrossed in work, in life's worries, in bills, hospitals, medications, and forgot how to take care of yourself. Until one day you woke up and realized you were no longer that man. You began to feel tired, had trouble sleeping, lost your appetite, lost interest in the things that once made you happy, and then your manhood gradually disappeared too. I have witnessed far too many stories like that in my clinic. I remember Mr. Henry, 73 years old, a veteran who once served in Iraq, walking in with a slow gait, his trembling hand gripping a cane. He looked at me, his eyes brimming with tears. "Doctor, I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm afraid of living without being a man anymore. My wife still loves me, but I feel powerless. I don't want to die without regaining the feeling of being a husband, of being a real man." Hearing those words, my heart tightened. A man who once faced bombs and death was now terrified of losing his manhood. I placed my hand on his shoulder and said, "Henry, you are not weak because you're getting older. You are weak because your body is lacking what it needs, and I will show you how to get it back." You know what? Just 4 weeks later, Henry returned to my clinic. He walked faster, steadier, without needing his cane. He wore a beaming smile, his eyes shining with pride. "Doctor, I'm back. My wife says I seem like I'm 50 again. I sleep well, eat well, and in the mornings, I still feel like a real man." I'm telling you this story not for you to admire Henry, but for you to understand that you can be like him too. Never believe that age will take away your manhood. It only takes it away if you allow it to. And I am here to help you reclaim it all. Starting with the 3 types of nuts that I will reveal in the next part. The very ones that saved Henry and thousands of other men. Stay with me, because these things could change the rest of your life. My dear friend, now is the time for me to reveal to you the 3 small types of nuts that have the power to revive your entire body and your manhood. This is not just empty knowledge. It is the result of over 25 years of working with thousands of patients aged 60, 65, 70, even 80, men who thought they had no hope left. And then, just by adding these 3 types of nuts to their daily routine, they truly came back to life. The first nut is the walnut, known as the king of circulation. Did you know that walnuts contain a lot of L-arginine, an amino acid that helps your body produce nitric oxide? Nitric oxide is like a divine road opener. It dilates your blood vessels, allowing blood to flow easily to your heart, brain, and especially your little soldier. When you were young, your body produced plenty of nitric oxide. That's why you always woke up each morning with your flag flying high. But after 60, your nitric oxide levels drop significantly. Your blood vessels become stiff and narrow, leading to poor circulation and reduced erectile function. Eating a small handful of walnuts each evening will provide enough arginine for your body to produce nitric oxide, improve blood circulation, reduce vascular inflammation thanks to its omega-3 content, and give you confident mornings again. The second nut is the pistachio. Many people think pistachios are just snacks to munch on when bored. But you may not know that pistachios have been proven in clinical studies to naturally enhance erection quality and hardness. I remember Mr. Richard, 72 years old, told me he had tried erection pills, but they made him dizzy, gave him a racing heart, a flushed face, and worse, made him feel dependent and powerless. I told him to try eating pistachios every day, about a small handful after lunch. 3 weeks later, he came back, his voice filled with excitement. "Doctor, I feel like someone turned the switch back on in my body. Everything is strong and natural, no headaches, no dizziness, no fear." Pistachios contain arginine that increases nitric oxide, along with plant sterols, healthy fats, and antioxidants that reduce bad cholesterol, protect cardiovascular health, and increase blood flow to the genital area, resulting in longer-lasting and stronger erections. Finally, the most powerful nut, the Brazil nut. This is the king of hormones thanks to its extremely high selenium content. Selenium is a micronutrient that the body cannot produce on its own. It plays a crucial role in testosterone production, prostate protection, sperm quality improvement, and maintaining stable male hormone levels. I remember Mr. Robert, 67 years old, a former police officer, said he no longer felt sexual desire, even though he still loved his wife. I told him to eat one Brazil nut each morning. Just one, because selenium is so potent. 4 weeks later, he returned with a bright smile. I don't have to try to feel like a man anymore. I feel it naturally flowing in my blood. You see, these three nuts, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts, are not just food. They are natural weapons that help you defeat aging, restore testosterone, improve circulation, protect your prostate, and most importantly, reclaim the manhood you thought you had lost forever. And in the next part, I will show you how to combine them most effectively, as well as the mistakes that most men make that render all their efforts useless. Don't take your eyes off this video because just one moment of distraction could cost you the chance to change your life. My dear friend, I have seen so many men, after learning about the miraculous benefits of these three types of nuts, rush straight to the supermarket, buy huge bags, and eat them recklessly, thinking that the more they eat, the faster they will recover their health and reclaim their manhood. But that is the biggest mistake they make. I remember Mr. Daniel, 66 years old, a patient of mine from Texas. He called me in a panic. Doctor, I followed your advice. I ate Brazil nuts every morning, but I wanted quick results, so I ate 5 at once. Now I feel nauseous, have headaches, feel tired, and maybe even weaker than before. I had to explain to him that selenium in Brazil nuts is extremely potent. Just one nut per day is enough. If you consume too much selenium, it becomes toxic, causing fatigue, thyroid dysfunction, hair loss, and can even reduce testosterone instead of increasing it. The second mistake I often see is impatience. They eat walnuts and pistachios for 3 days, then give up, complaining, I don't see any change. You have to understand, this is not Western medicine with quick effects. This is a natural nutritional therapy. It takes at least 2 to 4 weeks for your body to absorb it, repair blood vessels, and restore testosterone. It's like building a solid house. You can't build it overnight. You must lay each brick properly, day by day. The third mistake, and also the most dangerous, is the attitude of surrendering to age. Many men after 60, when they start feeling weak, immediately think, I'm old now, it's normal. And they neglect themselves. Stop learning, stop taking action. That is what truly kills a man's manhood, not age itself. I once heard Mr. Bill, 69 years old, say sadly, I thought this was normal, just the way it is when you get old. But when he changed his mindset, started to act, started eating right, exercising right, within just a few weeks he came back with bright eyes and a proud smile. He said, Doctor, I realize I am still alive, and I still have so much to give. You see, the mistake does not lie in your body. It lies in how you think and act. Never overdose on Brazil nuts. Never give up halfway. And never accept the phrase, because I'm old, to justify weakness. Because age is just a number, but manhood, that is your choice. Next, I will show you how to build daily habits with these 3 types of nuts so you can start right today and feel the changes day by day, week by week, until you look in the mirror and see a strong, confident, and powerful man looking back at you. Are you ready? My dear friend, by now I am certain that you have understood an important truth. Age never takes away your manhood unless you allow it to. Your body still longs to live, to move, to feel the warm blood flowing through your arms and legs, to wake up with a clear mind and a heart beating with youthful vigor. The problem does not lie in being 60, 65, or 70. The problem lies in how you take care of your body, how you nourish it with the essential nutrients it truly needs, instead of just filling it every day with painkillers, blood pressure pills, or diabetes medication without ever replenishing what it is lacking. Today you have learned about 3 seemingly small nuts that hold the power to revive your tired body after all these years. Walnuts, the king of circulation, help dilate blood vessels, increase nitric oxide, and allow strong blood flow to your heart, brain, and little soldier, giving you confident, powerful mornings. Pistachios help increase hardness and duration of your erection so that intimacy is no longer just a few minutes of struggle, but becomes moments of pride and true closeness. And finally, Brazil nuts with selenium, the king of testosterone, help restore male hormones, protect the prostate, increase natural desire, and prolong your manly vitality. Please remember this carefully. In the morning, after brushing your teeth, eat one Brazil nut as your daily testosterone insurance pill. At noon, eat a small handful of pistachios to maintain firmness and ensure blood flows strongly to every corner that needs it. With just these 3 small steps each day, you will gradually feel clear changes. You will sleep better, wake up feeling more refreshed, your blood will circulate more powerfully, and most importantly, you will feel that you are still truly a man, a husband, a father, the strong man that your wife and children always admire and feel proud of. You know, life is not measured by the number of years you live, but by how you live those years. Don't let age become the reason that steals your joy and your manhood. Let it become the motivation for you to take better care of yourself, live healthier, and love your wife even more. If today's video has given you knowledge, hope, and motivation, I hope you will like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with the men you care about, your brother, younger brother, close friends, or colleagues, so they too know how to protect their manhood. Because just one small act of sharing today could save another man's life, helping him avoid a lifetime of shame and despair. I am Dr. James Walker, and my mission is to help men over 60 live the most vibrant years of their lives. Don't leave without leaving a comment to let me know how you feel, or simply write, "I'm ready to start today," so I know you are still here, still fighting, and still believing in your unbreakable manhood. See you in the next videos. I wish you strength, confidence, and a life true to your real value as a man.